My day at the EFF Town Hall meeting with Julius Malema. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I have a special video for you. This past Saturday, I was at the EFF Town Hall meeting in Midrand, a pivotal event where none other than Julius Malema himself outlined the party's manifesto. As many of you know, there's a lot of controversy surrounding Julius Malema's commitment to the emancipation and empowerment of black people. Critics often say that his advocacy for marginalized communities is just a cover-up to maintain his own lavish lifestyle. So I took your question straight to him. During the question and answer session, I got the chance to ask him directly. I've been leaning towards voting for the EFF, but there's a concern among critics that your advocacy for the poor is merely a way to sustain your lavish lifestyle. Can you convince me to finally vote for the EFF? His answer was strikingly genuine. He looked me in the eyes, and his response resonated deeply with me. I believed him. Now, it's your turn to make up your mind. For me, my vote is no longer secret. I'm voting for the EFF, but I don't want to do it alone. I want you, my family, relatives, friends, and all of you, my viewers, to consider joining me. Let's give them an outright majority. If they fail, as the ANC has, we'll hold them accountable and vote them out in 2029. It's just 5 years. 5 years, my viewers.
CIC.
We want to see you.
Yeah.
We don't want agents.
CIC, I'm impressed with your speech. I've been following all your interview press conferences, and I must say I'm very impressed. But the problem I have, every time I tell my family, my friends that no, this time I'm going to vote EFF. Most of the people, they say, no, I know. Malema is lobbying to finance his lifestyle. If you vote EFF, there's nothing you're going to get. He's doing this using the poor in order to finance his lavish lifestyle. I was going on Twitter, and then when I go through that, somebody was posting all those things. The Malema, the kids, this so much and so much. So I said, no, this time I want you to convince me that no, this time I'm going to vote for EFF. But I know all these things might be not true. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think it was a wrong decision to accept this 5 o'clock engagement, because I'm looking at the time now is 5 to 7. But I'll try and be brief with the hope that I'm dealing with educated people who in their own space and time will go through the EFF. You gave them copies. The EFF manifesto is the only manifesto that goes into detail of how this will be done and when and all of that. So, my brother, what I'm saying now, I said this when I was, to be safe, president of COSAS, Congress of South African Students. I demanded free education. I demanded stopping of corporal punishment. I demanded that all kids must get school books and textbooks for free. I demanded that we should have people who are qualified to lead our schools, not on the basis of their proximity to SADU, but on the basis of their qualification. And COSAS was related to the ANC. It's not a structure of the ANC. COSAS, and I don't know why they always make that mistake to think they are a structure of the ANC. They are not a structure of they were formed on their own. So I started this battle that I'm talking about today. Then there was no lifestyle that I was pursuing or anything of that sort. I was an activist. I was a political activist. And I grew with these things into the Youth League, where I demanded all of this. I was not doing it because I'm running a political party for you to vote for me to finance my lifestyle. I was not running a political party. I was in a party advocating for this. And we came here in Midrand in 2011, in the biggest conference of the ANC ever held. In the whole of the ANC ever held by the ANC, because that Youth League conference at Galaga was the biggest. That's how much we had mobilized the youth of South Africa and directed them towards the economic freedom in our lifetime. We had a march, a historic march that was never done anywhere. There's never been a protest march for those kilometers, where we marched from Pretoria from Johannesburg to Pretoria to demand jobs and economic emancipation for the people of South Africa. All of that, I was doing it in a party, not because someone must vote for me to be president of South Africa. I was doing it because I believed that if the ANC takes these decisions, then South Africa will change for the better. And we won that battle. We took it from Midrand. We took it to eThekwini NGC of the ANC, where the ANC took a decision that we must expropriate land without compensation because of the resolutions of the Youth League in 2011. We influenced decisions of that NGC on every aspect. And that's where Zuma and them realized, if these people can win resolutions, it should be easy for them to win leadership against us and remove us. Then, when we took these resolutions here in Galaga, Tony Ngeni came to my house, and I had a house in Sandton, because I believe that our struggle is not to keep our people in Alexander. It's not. Our struggle is to bring our people. Our struggle is to bring our people next to where the resources are, not away from the resources. So, Tony again came to my house and told me, with those resolutions, you're going to be expelled if not killed. And one of those things came to happen. So, the accusation that I do this to finance my lifestyle is necessitated by the fact that you can't falter me politically. And you start splitting hair and trying to find fault with him. He doesn't have a degree, woodwork, what, I fixed that. I fixed that. And then you come with this, I fixed that. Where I'm wrong, I accept and I fix. They say you're overweight, I fix that. So I have no problem. Because they tried this and that and this and that. Because the people who are saying to his financing his lifestyle, ask them the question, do you love Nelson Mandela? The answer is going to be yes. And ask them, what is it that Malema is doing which Nelson has not done? Nelson stayed in Houghton from prison. I don't stay in Sandton from prison. Mandela stayed in Houghton from prison. His spokesperson is here. Mandela's spokesperson, Carl Neus. Where he got the money to buy the house in Houghton, nobody speaks about that. Nobody speaks about that. I owned the first property in a place called Sterk Park. When I was a secretary of the Youth League, provincial secretary, when I came in, I bought a piece of land for 200,000 or so through the bank, financed by the bank because I was working now. And first year, I never wasted time. I knew I've got no appointment with poverty. This I'm going to confront head on and fight. How old was I in the Youth League? I think 26 or so. When I became the Youth League. No, that's the president. In 26, secretary. No. The Youth League president I became when I was 26. 26. 4 years before that. No, 5 years I had served as the Youth League secretary, which is, I was 21, 22 when I became the secretary of the ANC Youth League. Never took my money to alcohol. Took it to my grandmother and looked after my child and looked after myself. With the little I was getting. That's why I explained to you, every little cent must have a meaning. From that time, I knew poverty and I said, I'm not going to live like this. Whatever little I get, I'll make use of it. I owned that property while renting somewhere. After 2-3 years, that property was worth 650,000. Sold it. Sterk Park was becoming some flashy, big place in Polokwane. It still is. Sold it. Paid the bank 650. Paid the 200 of the bank. Remained with 450. Took 400 to go and deposit my house, which was 1 million rent in Flora Park. And I ate 50,000 nicely. I enjoyed. I peke swante ke kwa mata ke. Ke bereki. From there, I worked, serviced that bond. Then bought a house in Sandton when I became the president of the Youth League. Then I was financed by ABSA. The first one was financed by Nedbank. At least not yet. The second one, I don't remember who financed me. And then this one of Sandton, I'm sure I was financed by ABSA. All kinds of ANC leaders you could think of gathered in that house. It was just an ordinary house of 3 bedroom, 1 in-suite and the rest 3 bedroom, and then there's a common bathroom. Any leader of the ANC you can think of was always there. And they were like, hey man, you know when we sleep here, the problem is that we meet each other in the morning to the bathrooms. We need to renovate this house. They all brought money together. Remember, I'm too young, I'm 26. They brought the money together, themselves, and then demolished my house and started building a house there. It was built, that house, by ANC leaders, not me. Not me. That bond I'm telling you about, I'm still paying it now. So I can account for everything of mine. It's just that some things are over-exaggerated. I mean, there used to be a story here when we were renovating that house. Dr. Ndlozi, for sure you were still in, where were you during that time? They were saying in that house there is a bunker. And gullible people of South Africa believed that. Believed that. That this guy is building a huge house with a bunker. And this bunker goes this way, is going to come out from the airport. I'm like. Then SARS came. And SARS said, hey, my guy, what is this renovation you are doing? I'm like, huh? It's not me. It's these guys, but they are doing it for you. Whatever happens, it's you who's going to benefit from this. You owe us. I went to the same people. There was no problem. They added those things of penalty and what they should have declared donations. I went to them. I said, you remember that money you brought there to build that house? It's causing me trouble. Here's the tax bill. You must pay. You have to pay. So, these old people around me have always taken care of me. Because I was in the youth league, I was in COSAS, I grew up in the eyes of these guys. So, there's nothing. That's why I speak the way I speak. That's why I do whatever I do, because I'm not scared anyone can come with some skeleton and say, yeah, we finish you off. They tried that when I was a baby. They won't do it now. Now SARS send a letter. I will not miss it by a second. Because I know SARS is a weapon that can be used to destroy you by your political opponents. And because it raises legitimate issues, but it gets used wrongly. You're owing them. SARS will never come saying you don't owe them. If you don't owe them, you owe them. They will come. But why should SARS be so aggressive instead of making you to be compliant? This. No. SARS has got a law. You pay now and argue later. Where will you pay? Where will you get the money? They use that then to destroy you. Because it's pay now, argue later. They destroy you. There will never be an argument later because that is court. That is court. Then they auctioned my house because these guys couldn't raise the money and all of that. Auctioned it live on television. I'm the only person whose houses were auctioned live on television. Trying to humiliate me. Now, after they did that, a person goes and buy that house in public, right? They say, no, he's sent by me. I don't know the guy. And now I start investigating. Why do they say I sent this guy? This guy comes from Seychelles. What a coincidence. They're like, I've never met the guy, he even passed on. Never met him, but no, he was sent by me to go and buy the house. And people believed that this guy can go with 3 million and give this guy to go and buy that house. And people of South Africa are like, no, man. What do you mean? So, they tried with all of those things of lifestyle audit. Mashaba says who must do lifestyle audit. SARS conduct lifestyle audit on everyone. They don't even care about whether you agree or not. They just send you a questionnaire and say, yeah, answer all of this. And if you don't make sense, they come for you. So we don't need Mashaba's lifestyle audit. We've got institutional mechanisms already to do that.
After watching, what do you think? Let's open up the floor for a discussion right here. Drop your thoughts, questions, or concerns in the comments below. Let's engage in a meaningful conversation about our future. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our updates. This election season, let's stay informed and make decisions that will shape our nation's future. Thank you for watching. And remember, your voice matters. See you in the next video. Thank you and take care.